Next paragraph. And we saw how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had written verses in glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu did never liked um, being glorified. But uh, there were instances where Mahaprabhu has um, especially done the Mahaprakash Leela. Mahaprakash means to reveal his original identity, to reveal his identity. And Leela means pastime. So therefore, he has done such pastimes where to his most intimate, very dear devotees, associates, he has revealed to them his real identity, not just by speaking, but by taking that form, and also revealed their identity to them, that who were they in their, what is their original identity in the spiritual world. For example, Murari Gupt is none other than is Hanumanji, and therefore Murari Gupt always had Lord Ramchandra, um, Sita Maya and Lakshman in his heart. And so when Mahaprabhu was doing this Mahaprakash Leela, and when he calls in Murari Gupt in front, so at that time he reveals his identity as um, so not just Ramchandra, but when he reveals his identity, Nityananda Prabhu is standing right there. So they show their original identity, that they are the same Lord Ramchandra, Lakshman, and Sita Maya also manifests. So that is how. So this is one of the Mahaprakash Leela. So like that, there were so many devotees, followers of Mahaprabhu, most intimate associates of Mahaprabhu only, not that to the whole village he was shown, only to the most intimate associates. So he revealed and reciprocated with their love and with their faith. And but otherwise, if somebody would glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or if somebody would openly say that Mahaprabhu, you are the supreme original personality of Godhead, then Mahaprabhu would never accept, and he would close his ears and say, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, what are you saying? And he would, if it is someone who is very dear to him, then he would chastise that devotee. Thus, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was converted into one of the most important devotees of the Lord, and he had no other interest than to serve the Lord. His only concern was to think of Lord Chaitanya constantly, and this meditation and chanting became the main purpose of his life. One day, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya came before Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, offered his respects. Offering respects means we bow down, we offer um, panchang pranam, or we offer dandavat the for those in the female body, Matajis, it is panchang pranam, and it is compulsory that they don't offer dandavat. Dandavat means like a danda, like a stick. They fall on the ground offering respects. That is called offer respects. This is the meaning of it. And began to recite one of Lord Brahma's prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.8. The Bhattacharya recited as follows. Tattenukampam susamekshmano bhunjan evatmakritam vipakam ridvagvapurbhe vidadhan namaste जीवेतयो भक्तिपदे सदाइभा. This is a very, very important verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. You should all try to recite it. So I will recite it one more time, and all of you can recite it on mute. Tattenukampam susamekshmano भुञ्जान एवामकृतं विपाकं हृद्वाग्वपुर्भिर्विदधन् नमस्ते जीवेत यो भक्तिपदे sadaya bha. In reciting the verse, the Bhattacharya changed the original word mukti, liberation, to bhakti, devotional service in the last line. So the original verse is Tatte nukampam susamekshamano bhunjan eva makritam vipakam ऋत्वाग्वपुर्भिर् विदधन् नमस्ते जीवेत यो muktipade sadaya bhag. This is the original verse, but Bhattacharya, he changed mukti to bhakti because now he is completely he is a realized soul. Previously he was chasing for mukti, and he was that scholar giving this knowledge about how to get mukti. But now he is completely into bhakti, devotional service. Therefore, wherever he sees mukti, liberation, he immediately feels this chi. Mukti is liberation, impersonal liberation. No, that cannot be the ultimate purpose of life. Therefore, bhakti. So he changed the verse in the last line of this from Srimad Bhagavatam. The meaning of the original verse is Rid Vag Vapur Bhir, a person who devotes his mind, body, and speech. Vapu means body, Vak is speech, and Rid is mind or heart. So, mind, body, and speech to the service of the Lord, even though in the midst of a miserable life. So, Anukampan, Tattenukampam, Susamikshamano, one who is tolerant in all situations, even in the midst of a miserable life, which is caused by his own past misdeeds, but still is giving his mind, body, and speech to the service of the Lord. Then what happens? He is assured of liberation. So this mukti was supposed to be mukti pade, but Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya changed it to bhakti pade, is assured of devotional service. So what happens? Mahaprabhu says that, why have you changed the original verse? Now, actually, there was a question actually from one of the, I think Lokamohan Krishna Prabhu had asked that, okay, why this liberation? I forgot the question, but it was something related to liberation, that it is said that this liberation is like this. And then he gave many, quoted many verses from here, from there, many sentences from this, our teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So I was telling Prabhu that liberation has many meanings. And so liberation can mean impersonal liberation also, impersonal mukti. Now see what Mahaprabhu says. Let us see. Mahaprabhu is asking, why have you changed the original verse? The Lord asked the Bhattacharya. The word is mukti, and you have changed it to bhakti. The Bhattacharya replied that mukti is not as valuable as bhakti, and that mukti is actually a sort of punishment for the pure devotee. For this reason, he changed the word mukti to bhakti. So, for the pure devotees, impersonal liberation is actually a punishment. Arey, we don't want all this mukti. Anyone who does not accept the transcendental personality of Godhead and his transcendental form cannot know the absolute truth. One who does not understand the transcendental nature of the body of Krishna becomes his enemy, becomes the enemy of Krishna, and decries him or fights with him. The destination of such enemies is to merge into the Lord's Brahman effulgence. Such mukti or liberation, this is called this. These enemies of Krishna, their destination is, their goal is to merge into the Lord's Brahman effulgence. They are competing with the Lord. They are becoming enemies of the Lord. They don't accept the Lord's form, transcendental body, transcendental pastimes, transcendental qualities. They don't accept it. They are competing with the Lord and they want to merge into his effulgence. That is called impersonal mukti or impersonal liberation. And Bhattacharya is saying such mukti or liberation is never desired by the Lord's devotees. Those who are devoted to the Lord, they don't want all this mukti and liberation. There are 5 kinds of liberation. Now, Bhattacharya is saying all this. There are 5 kinds of liberation: gaining admission to the planet where the Lord resides, being able to associate with the Lord, attaining transcendental body like the Lord's, attaining opulence like the Lord's, and merging into the existence of the Lord. So, these are the 5 kinds of liberation that one can merge into the existence and become vileen. What is it? Vileen ho jana? Was it is said, no? That you merge into the form. That is this 5th one, merging into the existence of the Lord. Then attaining opulence like the Lord. So in the Vaikuntha Lok, there are many Vaikuntha Lok, and all the servants and the devotees in the Vaikuntha Lok have the same. If somebody wants to go to this, if this is their goal, that they want to attain opulence like the Lord, then in the Vaikuntha Lok, they will have the same opulence as the Lord. Imagine, same opulence as the Lord. Okay, then third, if somebody wants to attain a transcendental body like the Lord, then in the Vaikuntha planets, Lord Vishnu, of course, Lord Vishnu has certain specific marks which are very unique to him, like the Kaustubh on his chest. He's also called Sri Niketan because Mother Lakshmi is always resting on his chest. But other than that, whatever else is there, the devotees will also have the same form. They also have 4 hands. They will have Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma in their hands. All that will be same body color, just like the Lord. Then third is no third we saw transcendental body like the Lord. Then another kind of liberation is being able to associate with the Lord. That we want to be with the Lord. Where the Lord is there, we want to be there. Okay. What we want to do, that is not fixed, but we want to be there. So they will get residence in that planet in some Vaikuntha Lok, but it is not guaranteed because they have not specifically desired that they want to serve the Lord. They want to have the association of the Lord. So it can also mean that they become the dhoti of the Lord, or they can become the something Lord is wearing on his hair, because they are all personalities in the spiritual world. In the material world, these are all dead objects. But in the spiritual world, all these are personalities. They have specific names. So that is also possible. And the first one, gaining admission to the planet. Yeah, okay, we just discussed. So these are the 5 kinds of liberation. But the devotees of the Lord are not concerned with all these 5 types. A devotee has no particular interest in any of these types of liberation. He is satisfied simply by being engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, if it is wherever it is. Transcendental loving service of the Lord, wherever it is available. I want to serve the Lord, because by serving the Lord will be pleased, his services will be done, and I want to do that. So, this is how the pure devotees, they think like this. So if Krishna says there is service in the sun globe, it is very hot, it's fire there. Okay, if it is there, chalo, theek hai, we'll go there. Okay, fine. There is service in the hellish planets where it is constantly, there is so much bad smell coming because everything is so dirty there. So it's a hell, no. Okay, fine. If the service is there, we'll go there. You will not get entry in the Krishna Lok right now. Okay, no problem. Because there is no service there for you at this point. Okay, no problem. That is the mood of the pure devotee. That wherever my spiritual master and Krishna will tell me that okay, you go there, because that is the mood of pure devotee, that we want to lovingly serve the Lord unconditionally, not based on my condition that ye condition pura hoga tab I will serve you like this. Many people say that abhi to बच्चे छोटे हैं, या अभी तो ना, my son has just got married, they, my what is it, pota poti, abhi they have just, I just my pota poti are very small. Or sometimes people say that now, I'm very busy with my office work and this that with family life, but I will do bhakti. I have an interest and I have lot of faith in Krishna, and I will do it. Let me settle down little bit. अभी तो मैंने नया business शुरू किया, let me settle down little bit, or all this. So they think that they are going to have a time when everything is going to be perfect. But dear devotees, this is Dukkhalaya. And in Dukkhalaya, you will only get Dukkha, and it is an imperfect world where nothing will ever be perfect. Therefore, you will meet death before you are able to get into Krishna consciousness. Therefore, let us not waste time and just start doing loving service to the Lord. Whether it is loving service, whether it is forced service, let us just start doing that service to the Lord. And then by the Lord's mercy, by the mercy of the pure devotees and Vaishnavas, we will come to that point where we will be able to do loving service. And then will we come to the point when it is transcendental loving service. We should not think that in one go I'm going to climb the palm tree. If you have seen palm trees, it is very tall. So if somebody thinks in one jump I'm going to reach the top of the palm tree, then nobody is the greatest fool than that person. So we should not think like that. Just start taking baby steps and begin. That is important. So, anyhow, a devotee has no particular interest in any of these five types of liberation. He is satisfied simply by being engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. A devotee is especially averse to merging into the existence of the Lord. The devotees want to spit on that thought. They don't want to merge into the Lord and losing the individual identity. Indeed, a devotee considers oneness with the Lord to be worse than hell, but he will accept one of the four kinds of liberation if it enables him to be engaged in the service of the Lord. Out of the two possibilities of merging in transcendence, namely becoming one with the impersonal Brahman effulgence and becoming one with the personality of Godhead, the latter, that is becoming one with the personality of Godhead, is more abominable to the devotee. That even after knowing that there is a form of the Lord, if still somebody wants to if somebody wants to merge, that is still more abominable. And for a devotee, it is very abominable. The devotee has no aspiration other than engaging in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Now, there is a very important discussion that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very important reply that Mahaprabhu explains what is the meaning of this Mukti Pade. So, Krishna willing, we'll see that tomorrow. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for your kind association. Vansha kalpatribhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री श्रीमद श्रीमचय प्रताप स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
हरि हरि बोल।